In this edition of UTA Spotlight, we talk about UTA's annual Communication Day.
And we take you to the side of the court with UTA men's basketball.
Welcome to UTA Spotlight, where we tell you what's going on at UT Arlington. I'm Ron Everett.
And I am Ward Sakik. Thank you for joining us.
An annual tradition, Com Day 2022, welcomed back a familiar face at the UC.
This year's Com Day celebration kicked off with a food drive, a day full of networking, and various speaking events for students to attend.
Communication Day is intended.
The events were highlighted by the keynote speaker for this year's address, former President Dr. James Spaniolo.
In short, your communication degree is a degree for all seasons of life, and there is no limit to what you can accomplish.
After a musical dedication to UTA and a few questions from students, Dr. Spaniolo held a press conference where he spoke about his pride for UTA and its ongoing list of accomplishments.
It's just fun to watch the university continue to evolve and grow and to become even stronger as an institution. I think it's really important to recognize that the university is made a commitment to be a Hispanic serving institution, has been recognized for some excellence, but it's a big responsibility.
David Rayo, UTA News.
For those still interested in donating to the food drive, the Department of Communication is still accepting donations. You can also donate to them online through their Amazon wish list.
And now we go to our reporter, Paola Llanes, who's going to tell us about the elections this year.
We are now in election season, and that's the results for UTA's elections are in. The three finalists for Homecoming Kings are Diego Martinez, Dylan Buck, and Alexander Bocanegra. And the three finalists for Homecoming Queen are Megan McDonald, Vanessa Nava, and Teresia White. You can get the full results on Instagram at UTA Students Government. And switching over to broader elections, early voted started last Monday, the 24th. We all know this election will be electing our governor, among other government positions. But for Arlington residents, there was something extra added to the ballot. Arlington residents voted for term limits on the mayor and city council members back in 2018. The Arlington mayor and city council members could only run for 3 two-year terms. After a short discussion in August, the city council added new term limits to the ballot, trying to increase the time in office to 3 years per term. That is all for our election segment of today. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Paola. We'll be on the lookout for the next election. And now we go to our sports anchor, Chris Weisinger, who will tell us about the season that our basketball team is having.
New season, new conference. Our UT Arlington Maverick men's basketball team is looking forward for the upcoming season and addressing from last season. Our reporter, Ron Rico, has the latest detail from the team.
New season for our UTA men's basketball team is almost here. But first things first, here's what assistant head coach Johnson had to say about last season to reflect on what happened.
Experience, we had, we knew that one of our deals last year was going to be our depth. We knew that would affect us, and I think when Pedro went down at Oral Roberts, that kind of changed things a little bit, and we had to make adjustments on the fly, and our guys fought for us, and we just, we came up short in some games, and but our guys competed for us.
When Pedro was out for the rest of the season, the team had to go take on a different approach. Graduate student athlete Pedro Castro shared his story.
Well, good. It was a long process for me. I was out about 10 months. I had to get rods and screws placed in my back. 5 months later, I had to go back in, take them out, and then I had to wait for the incisions to heal up. All good, but thankfully I had no complications through the whole healing process, and now I feel good. I don't feel any pain or discomfort in my back.
Now, let's look on the improvements since the off-season.
The staff in the off-season, knowing that we wanted to get a little more athletic, we wanted to be a little more versatile, we wanted more depth. So I think we accomplished that in recruiting this off-season, but we'll see.
An experience just because freshman year I was just coming in trying to do what the team needed of me, and I didn't know anybody, and now sophomore year I have to take like a leadership role since we have a bunch of new guys.
The one big change during the offseason is entering a new conference called WAC, which pretty much is facing opponents closer from Texas. Coach Johnson had this to say.
We travel more on the southeast. And this year we'll play more games in Texas, more schools in Texas, but we'll travel west this year, as far as all the way up to the northwest, to Seattle.
Whether this will help UTA Mavericks to win games, who knows how this season will go. But so far, the main big goal this season is to make it to the NCAA March Madness tournament and hoping to win it all.
It's to continue to establish a culture, because when you establish a culture, you have long term. You build something for the long term, but the short term is to win a conference championship, and, get to the NCAA tournament.
This has been Juan Rico, per UTA News.
Be sure to support our UTA Mavericks by attending the games, and good luck, Mavs. Back to you guys.
If you're on campus looking for a creative escape between classes, the gallery at UTA might be the place for you. The gallery at UTA is presenting Introductions, an exhibition featuring artwork from 3 recently added and promoted full-time faculty of the Art and Art History Department of UTA. UTA hosts exhibitions a few times throughout the school year to showcase the creativity not only amongst the students but also the faculty, as well as sharing their accomplishments.
I think it's a really slept-on place. I think a lot of people don't appreciate the art that's here, and they should definitely check it out more.
To get a closer look at these pieces, make sure to check out the Introductions exhibition located in the Fine Arts Building on the first floor. The entrance is free, and the exhibition is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. until November 19th.
And that is all for this edition of UTA Spotlight. Don't forget to look for us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MavMediaUTA.
See you next week.